Everyone, I'm Amy. I am a nutritional therapy practitioner and I'm also an NPC bikini competitor. And it is week 9. Oh my goodness. So that means that as of today, when I'm recording this, let's take a look at my tracker. That's right, 3 weeks and 4 days out from my first show of the season. So this is for me like the kind of like crunch time, right? Like this is when it all, kind of needs to come together, but you also need to be focused and not do anything to mess anything up. So let's talk about my check-in first, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about my suit. Always, it seems like, on these vlogs. My suit has been an ongoing thing. But first and foremost, here are the check-in pictures from this week, back in my posing suit. It's just the easiest thing to throw on, and since I'm dealing with all the suit drama, I just went back to my posing suit for this week, which is fine. Happy with how things are going. My posing felt kind of off this week. As you'll see, I have a little wobble in my video, and that is partially because of the exciting pink package that arrived last week, which was my new showday heels. I mentioned several weeks ago that I went with the 5-inch heel. Last year, I did have the Olympian 2.0, which is a slightly shorter heel. I thought that would be better, but I actually really like the extra angle I get with the 5-inch heel. But it is a different angle than my practice heels. So that is a piece of advice I can give everyone now. Definitely start practicing in your showday heels if they're not your everyday heels. I mean, you don't want to wear them out at the same time, but I would give it at least 3 weeks prior to your show to switch over from your practice heels into your showday heels, because it is amazing how these very minute differences in just like the angle of the heel kind of throws off your balance at first. So definitely get your showday heels on and start practicing in them a month or so before your show, at least a couple of weeks. So I'm glad they came in when they did, so I can start practicing in those. I mentioned in my last week outro that my coach is wanting more frequent check-ins. As we get even closer to show, it almost becomes daily. So it is kind of a lot, and that's something to think about as you think about your day as a competitor. These are all things you need to factor in time for, and they can be stressful or a little bit like intrusive on my work life at times, because I do work a really busy job. So there are some days of the week that I just can't make that happen unless it is like the week of my show, in which case, again, I have amazing coworkers and an amazing supportive work environment that allows me to compete. So they all know I compete. They know that at times I literally might change into my posing bikini and do my check-in photos in front of them, not in front of them, but like while they're working, I need to do this really quickly. So they are so accommodating and so nice. I'm really fortunate. If you don't have that same setup, definitely communicate with your coach. These are the times of day that I can take check-ins. Is this adequate? How should we adjust things from here? How often they want check-ins, especially as you get closer to show, that's going to be more frequent. And it should be, because your coach needs to be able to see how you're looking in different lighting and different situations with food. I mentioned that last week as well, that since I am the tallest height class in bikini, I go on last. So I have the ability to, have had several meals throughout the day prior to when I go on show, and just kind of seeing how different combinations of food or what you're eating, how you're hydrating, how you're sleeping, all of that is going to affect how you look. I like to say control the controllables. So those things that I know I can control, I really try to make as consistent as possible. My sleep schedule, my hydration on a daily basis, the food I'm eating, the timing of the food I'm eating, as much as I can, I try to make those things super consistent, especially with my first couple of meals of the day, because those are the ones that are going to matter the most for when I get on stage. Keeping those meals consistent throughout the week, keeping the timing consistent throughout the week is really helpful for me. Something else that I know will likely change as we get a little bit closer to show, probably just in my peak week, is the workouts. So these last couple weeks, that has literally been my thought when I'm at the gym, is like, would the person who beats me, would they do one more rep? Can I do one more rep safely? Because that is always number one. Don't get injured. Have fun. Don't get injured. So making sure I'm really getting the most out of those workouts. And last week I really did feel like I pushed it to a good level. I was sore, but not brutally sore or hobbling, like unable to walk sore, but I was definitely feeling it, which I was really pleased with. It means I'm really able to still push it. I'm recovering well, sleeping well. So everything on that sense is going well. there's my little check-in from the week. Coach's feedback this week. He does want me to add in an additional 25 grams of carbs a couple of days. He said a few days, so I wrote back, how many days? Like today and tomorrow, and then we reassess. I'm sure he'll respond later today. So that's really the only change. No changes to cardio, no changes to workouts, adding in some extra carbs a couple of days on the week. And again, he's definitely going to want to probably see pictures on it after the days that I do add those carbs, just to see how it's affected things. We've kind of hit a sweet spot, I think, with my actual physical weight. Weight doesn't matter. No one cares how much you weigh on stage, so that doesn't matter, but it does matter when you're looking at how you look at a specific weight and kind of seeing that, like, at this weight, I have fullness. I'm not looking overly flat, but I'm also looking really tight. So that's kind of the combination you're going for. So that's why, when I checked in with him last week and had a couple of days at the exact same weight, several days in a row, he wanted pictures that day, like, let's see how you look. And then I sent pictures the next day as well. So all good things to think about. So from that sense, everything is going really well. Let's talk about the suit. I do have a slight update. So I got some feedback from Karen, my posing coach. The suit cut is obviously not ideal, as I have known. I am posing with Karen on next Saturday. Kind of wanted to do it a little bit closer to my show in this coming weekend. I just have so much going on. It's really hard for me to fit it in. So it'll be the following week. So you'll definitely have footage from that when that happens. And it gives me still plenty of time before my show to make any changes and adjustments to my routine that she recommends. I know that I have an issue keeping my glutes really high, especially on my transitions. So she said she has a wellness competitor who she can have be on the session. We do it via, video, but that person will actually be with her in her studio so that they can kind of really show me what they're talking about. So that'll be really helpful. Wellness women have the most amazing legs and glutes ever, and that's really the focus of their category, small on top, but kind of a disproportionately to their upper body, larger bottom. So they just have amazing glutes, and their posing is slightly different, but it really emphasizes keeping the glutes front and center. So that should be really fun and really helpful, and I'm really appreciative that she has that ability to do that. She did recommend or kind of refer me to a woman who may be willing to rent out a suit. So she and I have been in contact. At the same time, there is a sale going on just for the next couple of days with Angel Competition Bikini, so I did reach out to them, and I have a Zoom consultation with them tomorrow. There is a suit that is a ready-to-ship suit that they have in stock, and I really would like to see it and also talk to them about whether or not it's going to be a good fit for me. It's the cut on it they call the Olympian, which may be too small. However, with my Toxic Angels bikini, I am the micro, which is smaller than the pro. The pro is kind of the standard for most people, but because my glutes are on the smaller size, they recommended that I do the micro cut. So I'm thinking that maybe the Olympian cut is similar, but if it's smaller than the micro, that's going to be way too small. You don't want to go too small, especially on a local stage. That's just not the look they're going for, and I'm thinking that might be the case. So either way, I will talk to them tomorrow. If the ready-to-ship suit will work, I will probably purchase that. It's actually in the same color as the used suit I bought, which is the Halo Teal. Yep, Halo Teal. And pretty similar, but the new cut, the correct cut, everywhere, top and bottom. So yeah, that's where we're at with the suit. I'm gonna insert footage of me doing the unboxing of my new shoes in the next clip. I also have that massive Walmart and Costco haul to show after that. And if there's anything interesting on my Zoom call, I might try and get some clips of that or just kind of talk through that process a little bit more. If you guys do have questions about suit manufacturing and how all that stuff works and goes, you're probably sick of hearing me talk about suits, but I am happy to discuss it. And I did do a custom suit with Toxic Angel, so I've been through this process before of doing the Zoom call, doing measurements in front of them, and then having them show me things. And yeah, so I have done this many times. Which probably leads you all to wonder why I'm in such a conundrum with the suit. Even with a custom suit, even doing that, even literally standing in front of them, measuring myself and showing them, things can still just don't always translate, via video. A lot translates, but not everything translates. And I think for me, it's especially challenging because I am so tall that the assumption is that I have like a really long torso or that I need that really high rise in the front of my suit, which I have a short torso in comparison to my legs. And yeah, that was really the big issue with the suit from Toxic, was that the rise was just way too high. It was just way too much fabric. It was just way too much everything. And that would be a really hard thing to fix. So moving on, let's get into the week. I appreciate everyone joining me on this journey. If you have questions, comments, thoughts, please leave them in the comment box below. And let's see what week 9 brings us. So it is time to open this beautiful pink package that arrived. I'm super excited. I know what it is. Competitors who have ordered from this company probably know what it is too, based on the size and the color. So let's take a look. Good things do come in pink packages. So, the Shoe Fairy. I ordered new shoes for my show day, and this was a cool thing. I was able to get these inserts this time. I don't remember these being available in years past, but I saw them when I was ordering. I'm like, ooh, that's cool, because your shoes get really dirty on show day because they get covered in tan, and just in general, they get kind of gross. So this year I ordered the strappy Olympians. Oh, they are so pretty. So these actually have 2 straps. Might be kind of hard to see, but they have a strap at the toe and then also a strap kind of a little bit higher up on the midfoot. I just love having the ability to just slide my foot in on show day and not have to mess with the strap. And I don't find that the strap actually does that much. I'm really comfortable walking in heels, so that's not an issue for me. And then, like I said, I did get the insoles this time. So I'll put these in so that they will not get covered in tan. I definitely have mentioned it before in a previous video that for whatever reason, Elite Tan kind of, with my body chemistry, turns things a little bit purple. I'm sure there's a reason for that, but I'm not sure what it is. So last year, these clean off really easily, but there were some little areas that kind of had that like purpliness. So hopefully the insoles will prevent that from happening this year. And the other good thing was the timing on this is kind of perfect because my coach just asked for more frequent check-in pictures. So I'm excited to try these on right now and do some check-in photos for my coach. And then again tomorrow on my normal check-in day. So as I mentioned in my outro from last week's video, I needed everything. So this is a massive grocery haul. I went to Costco, I went to Walmart, I got all the things. I'm gonna show you guys this grocery haul and then I'm gonna show you how I prepare my cauliflower rice to go in the freezer. I mentioned it in a video several weeks ago that the way I make it easier to put in the fridge is just kind of compressing down all the packages on the inside, which will make sense when I show you. So first off, let's start with the frozen stuff. So I was running super low on the organic blueberries. So got this from Costco. I got 2 packages of the organic cauliflower rice, which we'll talk more about in a moment. I also got some more frozen strawberries, 2 packages of the petite peas because I love them and I've really been digging peas lately. Also another bag of frozen okra. Love adding this to my meals. I know that okra is so divisive, so people either love it or hate it. I love it. I love the sliminess. I love the way the weird little seeds on the inside pop in my mouth. I love all of it. So I'm a huge fan. Also got this is chicken. So these are just chicken breast tenders from Costco. Also at Costco, I got a big organic non-fat Greek yogurt. I mix this in with a lot of my meals, just a little scoop, like 30 grams. It just adds some really nice creaminess and texture and some really fun flavor. So love adding this to meals, mix it in with I think I mentioned this also in a couple weeks ago with my salmon or tuna. Costco, I also got this Grillo's pickles. If you have not had the Grillo's pickles, you are missing out. These are delicious. They are so crispy and so tasty. Love these. They're a little bit pricey, even at Costco, this container is $6. But it's double the size of what you pay $6 for at any other store. And they're super delicious. They're in the refrigerated section. They're really, really good. I think that was, and at Costco also, I got some ashwagandha. I take this at night. It helps me sleep. Really like it. So again, some people love ashwagandha. I'm not saying you should take this, but I do. I like it. It does help me sleep, especially on prep. And then at Walmart. Walmart is where I got lots of stuff. So they had my favorite fat-free mozzarella in stock. So I picked 3 of them because they do go out of stock of it often. Got a packet of the light blueberry Greek yogurt. These are really good and they are loaded with blueberries. They're super tasty. Really, really good. Got 4 packets of the Applewood smoked tuna. Love these, 16 grams of protein. You can eat them right out of the package. They're delicious. They're also really good with peas and rice. So those are really good. 2 packages of the skinless, boneless smoked pink salmon. And this is wild caught. This is even though it's a Great Value brand, like it actually is wild caught certified, really good. Again, really good with peas. Fun on prep. They had this package of rice marked down to $1.50, which is awesome, and I needed rice. I usually do buy organic rice, but because it was on special, I went ahead and grabbed it. It is non-GMO, so that's good. Got a box of sugar-free pudding mix. I've heard that for the creamy, this can be a game changer for texture, like adding a little bit of this to your creamy, so we'll give that a shot. Another jar of pickled okra, clearly still on my okra kick. Another container of the honey mustard, the Dijon honey mustard. Love this, just a little bit, adds a nice little bit of flavor to things. Another jar of the sweet cherry peppers. Now they say sweet, but these are not sweetened. These are not sweetened. I think 3 of them has 10 calories, 2 carb, 1 gram of fiber, and I eat the seeds. Love these. They've been a really nice thing to have. Of course, back at Walmart, I had to get one of my prep vices, the Tango Tangerine Mango Tango, the Tango water. Love these. I got a sugar-free syrup, and then also in that section that had the rice marked down, they had this that I've never seen before, is sugar-free strawberry syrup. Could be disgusting. We'll find out. Might be good on oatmeal. I figured, you know what, it was $2. I'll give it a shot. A bunch of zucchini, because I am still loving zucchini on everything, or with everything, and a bag of carrots. So I'm gonna put this all away, or put the cold stuff away, and then I'll show you guys what I do with my cauliflower in just a moment. All right, so what do I do with these massive, unmanageable bags of cauliflower? First thing I do is dump them out. And you can see they're like all mountainy and bigger than they need to be. So this is like a huge looking pile of cauliflower that seems like it would be really hard to fit in the fridge. So what I do is I just take each package, and it's good to do when you first get home because they're a little bit softer from, you know, the ride home from the store. Okay. Flatten them out. This also makes them way easier to like portion out because they stay, once you kind of do this to them, they don't refreeze like this weird solid block. Like if you tried to dump this out right now, you'd get the whole block. Sometimes they're a little bit harder to pound than others. They're still super frozen. There we go. And now they are super manageable and easy to just slide into the freezer. And also, you know, if you tried to dump this out now, you could easily just dump out as much as you want because you aren't going to get the whole block. There's my little tip for storing your bags of cauliflower. It was a big haul this week. Needed a lot, eating a lot. It's a lot. Well, so I just wanted to kind of go over it with you. You've read my suit saga slightly, and I am wearing the used suit. It's an angel suit, just to kind of show you how it fits and like the issues that I do kind of have with it. And it's the old fit and the old style, but I just wanted to make sure that, you know, it's all okay. My previous suit from Toxic was the micro cut, so I just want to make sure that you guys, that the pro cut you feel like is going to be an okay fit for me. And yeah, that's why I almost bought the Olympia bottom, but I feel like the Olympia is smaller than a micro. So yeah, so I'm like, don't do that. So do you want to just kind of see me walk in this and then we can do the measurements? What do you want to see? The one thing that I did, so the two things I did want to change on the suit. So this one, as you can kind of see, I I wanted the wider extender, so I did make that change in my order because I just feel like it pulls me a little too close together in the middle. I'd like it to sit slightly wider. And then I forgot to add on the crystal connector in the back. And if they can, and if it's too late, that's totally fine. I mean, I don't mind the tie, but having this one that is the hook, it just makes it so quick and easy to put on. I think that's it. I mean, and this is the medium, which I feel like is a totally fine fit for me, which ironically enough, in a toxic suit, I'm an extra large and it's still smaller than this. So I feel like and I know the cut of the top is slightly different now too, which is great, but I feel like it gives enough coverage, especially when it's just a little wider. Okay. Oh, awesome. Seriously, I mean, this, as much as it's been so stressful dealing with all the other suits, I'm like, this was maybe the way it was meant to work out. So, okay. Perfect. Oh, thank you, Deb. This was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Wow, here we are. It is the end of week 9. Oh my goodness. So it was a pretty quick week. It really felt like it flew by. Easy for me to say. Forgive me, I've recorded 4 podcasts today, so I'm maybe talked out and brained out and everything, but it was a good week. Had a video fitting with Angel Competition Bikini on Tuesday, but before that I actually went ahead and bought a suit from their website because they were having an amazing sale. So by the time I did the consultation, I had actually already purchased the suit, and we just kind of verified all my measurements, kind of talked about some of the issues I'd had with my previous suits, and just went from there. And the suit actually arrived yesterday, arrived last night, but I opened it today. You will see that in my check-in photos for next week that I did do some posing in it today. It is a bit snug, and by a bit snug, I mean it's very tight. I did make sure to tell them that, look, I'm really close to my competition. I'm not expecting to lose any significant weight, but I still feel like maybe they just don't believe that, because it's like, I guess, getting a wedding dress fitted. They just assume you're gonna lose weight. It is very, very tight. Now I'm hoping it's gonna kind of maybe loosen up a little bit so I don't have to have it adjusted, because I don't have time to send it back and get it back, which would mean I would have to adjust it myself, which I would really rather not do. I know what you're thinking at this point, like, what is this? This is 3 suits this season, and I am still the Goldilocks of bikini competition suits, apparently. It fits, but it is very tight. So I don't know that that is ideal. We'll see. This is a just we'll see. You know what? I compete in just over 2 weeks. It'll all be fine. So not a whole lot else went on this week. I was a guest on the Scott Mys Podcast, which I will link in the description box below. It was a great conversation with Scott. I don't know when it's going to be released. It'll probably, he said, be in a couple of weeks, but highly recommend checking out his podcast. He has some really awesome content. Really interesting story too, because he used to be carnivore and then he became a bodybuilder. So has some really great interviews on his channel with bodybuilders, but also there's one that talks about psychedelics that's really, really good, and some older ones talking more about some nutritional things. It was really a great conversation. He and I talked about, kind of ran the gamut. We talked about what I do as a nutritional therapist. We also talked a lot about what I do in plastic surgery, kind of how I came to be in plastic surgery, and also body image in general, body image for competitors, body image for people. And of course, we do talk about bodybuilding toward the end. We also do a good deep dive on some digestive things. It was a really great conversation, and I was so appreciative to be on with Scott. He asked such great questions. They were insightful. They were really good. I had so much fun recording that episode with him. And then today I recorded the AV Live on Saturday morning, which is seriously the best part of my week. It was a really big crew today. It was really fun. I was having some issues, some technical issues, and my lighting was really bad, but it was a fun conversation. Deep dive on a lot of things that I didn't have a lot to say about, but it was great to listen. And best group of guys you're going to find. You can find that. I'm going to link that here. So definitely check that out and look for Scott's info below. I got some things from Amazon just this morning, so I thought I would show you what I got. I did do a makeup demo this week. I don't have pictures. I liked it. It came out well. It was simple. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a toned down version of it again, practice it again this coming week, and hopefully remember to take pictures so I have some to insert here. But either way, you'll see it on show day. But I liked it. I think the silver looked really good. It was outside my comfort zone a little bit because I tended to, like last season, just go to the pinks and kind of keep it like that. But I liked doing something a little bit smokier. I think I'm going to bring it back in, kind of make it a little more natural. I went pretty hard, which I actually did kind of like, but maybe a little bit too much. So we'll keep that updated. I got a few things from Amazon just today that are for show day, so that's why I'm going to show them. It's not just me showing random Amazon things. This first one is this box of exercise bands. So I don't know what I did with all I feel like this is something I have purchased so many times because I somehow managed to lose them. They break. I don't even know. I don't even know where I've done with I'll probably find them when I'm packing up for my show, but this is just a new set of resistance bands. I like the ones that are just kind of, I'm trying to get it open, the kind of like tubular and not the flat stretchy ones. So that's what this is. This is a whole set of this tube style. Oh, this is really nice. There's like a door anchor and there's handles. There's all kinds of stuff in here. There's even a little lacrosse ball. Yeah, so they're like this. So just stretchy. You can hook the handle on. It came with handles, but it's just nice for, just your, pumping up stuff. And they're really lightweight. And I think I paid $16 for all of them. And there's a whole bunch. I'll probably only take one, maybe two with me because you don't really need that many. You're just pumping up. But this is actually a really cool set. So it came with all that stuff. It also came with a little thing because there's a door hook. So it came with a little thing to hang on your door if you are using the door hook. That's cool. Yeah. So handles and a door hook as well. That's a cool set. So I'll link this also if anybody needs pump up bands. There are usually a few that are provided like by the show, but they're all being used and they just get gross. I mean, I think that's a lot of it too. I mean, it'll get tan all over it and, these things don't last forever. So always good to just have a few laying around to pump up with on your own. I ordered a new blush. That's something I needed. So when you're really tan, obviously I'm so fair, even a tiny little bit of the lightest blush on earth would show up on my skin. But when you're tan, you need something a little bit more intense. So I ordered this really cool new one from NYX, this butter blush. I haven't even opened it yet, but the color is really pretty. I think it's going to be really nice with the stage makeup. It's a little bit of a rosier, kind of deeper tone. So I'm super excited to play around with that as well. And I ordered a little outfit to wear after I tan. And I will, of course, wash this. Oh, this is cute. So it's just a little set of a shirt. And it's just lightweight, but also I like that it's not tight. So it's gathered at the wrist and the ankle, but it's not tight. And that also, this waistband could be a problem. It looked flatter, but it's going to be super loose, so that's going to be okay. I'll probably just roll it up like this when I wear it so that the gathering is not touching my skin. Because when your tan is, you leave there dry, but you still don't want anything that's going to put like marks in it. And I feel like this gathering might, so I'll probably just roll it once. I got blue because, everybody gets black, and same thing here. Like they're gathered at the ankle, but it's not tight because I'll sleep in this. You get really funky. So something that isn't going to stain, but also something kind of cute. And I liked what does it say? Positive vibes. Oh, it says be kind. There we go. It says be kind. So I liked it. And it was just kind of oversized and soft, stretchy, thin, because it is, it's August when I'm competing and then September. So by September, I might wear something a little bit thicker. I have some sweats, but I figured for August, it's going to be, could be in the upper 90s and you don't want your tan to sweat off. So something that's just kind of loose, breathable, but also you can sleep in. That is definitely a tip. I would recommend sleeping in long sleeves and pants the night of your show because you do have the tan on, and what you don't want to get handprints or anything weird. So if you've got long sleeves, long pants on, it just kind of keeps your skin on skin from messing it up as well. So whatever you can do to protect the tan at all costs. Something I need to start doing this coming week, even though I've got 2 weeks still. I hate leaving stuff that could be done before peak week till peak week. So I'm gonna start packing my showday bag, make sure that everything I need that's I'm gonna take with me is clean. I'm probably even gonna do some extra food prep and just freeze it so that I have things for showday kind of ready to go. Peak week goes so fast, and you've got so much going on that, like I said, the more you can kind of get done ahead of time, the better. So that is kind of my plan for the coming week. I am really excited. I'll talk about it, I'm sure, in my intro for next week. I'm posing with Karen on Saturday, so really excited to have her kind of polish things up. I'm still not feeling the greatest about my posing. The new shoes definitely are still kind of affecting my balance, so I need to be spending a lot more time practicing, which I will be doing in the next couple weeks, really spending more time in those heels and just in practicing in general. And I think that's it. So I do appreciate everyone for watching. I know there wasn't a ton of interesting stuff in this video, but it feels like it was an action-packed week. It just went by really fast. I mean, like faster than I could even process everything. So thank you all again for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you spread positivity and light to yourself and to everyone around you. If you have questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Follow Anabolic Bodybuilding to find some really cool stuff about bodybuilding and just a really awesome group of people. And the Scott Mys Show, where I'm going to be a guest here pretty soon. And I hope everyone has an amazing rest of your week.